Alright everybody, hello, welcome back to League 6. I hope you're as excited as I am. We're gonna jump right on into this here. I'm so very excited that this has finally happened. Huh? Who's there?
For years, I have watched silently as you humans have played your endless games. The sage calls and you come running. And now it's my turn. This league is mine!
Alright, hello, and this time for real, welcome to League 6, Demonic Pacts. I am extremely excited for this year's leagues. We're gonna hop into the rules here. As with previous leagues, all players are Iron Men. In the Demonic Pacts leagues, players will begin in Yama's lair with an exit to Civitas Illa Fortis and will be locked to the region of Varlamore. Mistalin will be completely inaccessible in this league. After progressing through the game mode, players will be able to unlock additional regions. All players will unlock Karamja as the first area unlock, and up to 3 additional regions can be unlocked by completing tasks. Players begin with a 5 times XP rate, level 3 Herblore, and level 5 Runecrafting. The drop rates for eligible items is multiplied by 2 times, and the minigame points are multiplied by 4x. These rates can be improved through unlocking relic tiers, so we get stronger and we get more buffs as we go, as is the tradition. This time around, we have the return of Echo Bosses. If you remember Echo Bosses from Leagues 5, they were souped up, more badass versions of fights for one specific boss in each region, and they had a unique weapon drop. They are coming back around this time again, so with some different rewards and some returning rewards. We'll cover that a little bit later on when we get down to that section going through the wiki here. And then we got auto-completed quests right out of the gate. Dragon Slayer 1, Learning the Ropes, The Restless Ghost, Rune Mysteries, Children of the Sun, Desert Treasure 2, Druidic Ritual, Eagle's Peak, Elemental Workshop 1, Fairy Tale 1, Fairy Tale 2, Lost City, Nature Spirit, Perilous Moons, Priest in Peril, and Twilight's Promise. So we got all of that auto-completed for us, literally the second you spawn into the game. We've got tasks. There's an entire task list. We're not really going to go over the task list because there's literally hundreds, if not thousands, of tasks to go over. Just some specific ones that they have listed here, because they are most of them are region locked, whereas some of them are more of a global task where you can complete it anywhere. But we've got specific area ones. We've got travel using the Quetzal transport system, complete 10 Hunter's Rumors, defeat a Moxliatl, steal 25 valuables, pet a Zolo in Civitas, Cry Near a Child, and milk a buffalo. And then some examples of general tasks and or like global tasks would be bury some bones, chop some logs, equip a maple shortbow, defeat a guard, you know, things that you can do kind of anywhere. As always, we have all of the regions in the game except Mistalin. We start with our beginning region, and then we automatically get Karamja as our second region. But then we have our choice of these 8 regions here. For the rest, we've got Asgardia, Permanent, Kandarin, Desert, Mauritania, Tiranwan, the Wilderness, and Korend. Here they've got a bunch of the combo boss drops listed. This just kind of circles back to the whole, if it requires more than one piece or region, or pieces from more than one region to finish it, it will just drop the completed item. So, that's cool. Alright, Echo Bosses and Echo Equipment. Echo Bosses are returning in from the Raging Echoes League that grants players the opportunity to fight challenging variants of existing bosses, targeting difficulty levels more suited to the power level that players attain during leagues. Echo bosses drop Echo equipment, which are guaranteed over a certain threshold. So they don't have the Echo Orb drop rates listed here right now. Most of them were like 1 in 50 last time around, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But we've got some pretty cool stuff here in Varlamore. We've got the Infernal Tech Paddle, which is also counts as a Demon Bane weapon, mind you. So we do got some Demon Bane weapon options still, even though we can't get, Ember Light and Scobo and all that fun stuff. We do still have the option of the Infernal Tech Paddle. So Moxliotl is our Varlamore boss, and it drops the Infernal Tech Paddle, a drop rate of 1 in 30. In Asgardia, we've got Cerberus again. This time he's dropping the Fang of the Hound, or she, they, it, them. I don't know. They are dropping the Fang of the Hound, which is a one-handed dagger. Obviously, the Infernal Tech Paddle is a two-handed weapon, one in each hand, so you can kind of, if I remember right from some promo material, they kind of look a little bit like, maybe like a little bit like the Blades of Chaos from God of War. Might be a little inspiration there. In Canon, of course, we've got Thermi, and we've got the Return of the Devil's Element, and we've got a new one, the Shadowflame Quadrant, which is a powered staff, it looks like. One-handed staff, yeah, alright. And then we got Hespori, has a new item this time around. It is not the same item. Also, Cerberus had a new item. Cerberus last time around had the Dog Sword instead of the God Sword, which is a combination of all of them. But Hespori has the Nature's Recurve. The DKs is the boss again, of course, in the Fremenic region. This time around, instead of having the Ring of the Emperor and the Amulet of the Emperor, we've got Bee's Helm. KBD coming back again, of course, dropping the King's Barrage, which is like a double-shot crossbow. We've got the Grotesque Guardians. This time they're dropping the Lithic Scepter. Cowbite Queen returning with the Drygore Blowpipe. That one is the same as last time around. I do not believe they made any changes with that one. I could be wrong. Turn 1, of course, you've got the Corrupted Hunleft again with the Crystal Blessing. Also bringing back the same item for that one as well. Coming up ahead here, we've got our Demonic Pacts, which, like I said, we are going to go over in a separate video because that's not a good picture. We have this one right here. My God, look at this. There are 100 possible different perks you can pick out of this skill tree. You can specialize in magic, you can specialize in melee, you can specialize in range, or you can kind of do a combination of the 2 or 3. If you want to do a dual build or you want to do a tribrid build, you got a lot of options here. Unfortunately, you can only unlock up to 40 of these perks. So, choose wisely. But, like I said, we're going to cover that in some separate videos, maybe 1, maybe 3. I don't know how in-depth we're going to go on the individual trees. Then we've got the big draw for every league. We've got Relics. So, we have 8 different tiers of Relics. Most of them have 3 in them, except for tier 7. But we're gonna go into details here. Alright, so each tier has its own sort of passive effect. We've got tier 1 coming in with League's XP multiplier is 5x. Items from eligible sources will be 2 times as common. Farming ticks will occur every minute instead of every 5. Minigame points are 4x. Run energy is never drained. All clue scrolls will drop as stackable scroll boxes, and clue step progress is saved between clues. And you will also only receive clue steps that can be accessed within your unlocked regions. So, coming up here, we've got Tier 1, we've got Endless Harvest. A toggleable effect. All resources will be gathered all resources gathered will be automatically sent to your bank. You can endlessly gather from fishing spots, trees, and mining rocks, even if they deplete after your initial interaction. Resources from fishing, woodcutting, mining are multiplied by 2x, and XP is granted for all resources gathered. So this one is super AFK. You know, if you're planning on having this up, you know, as like a second monitor kind of thing while you're doing some work, you know, maybe you work from home, or maybe you're even gonna be a little cheeky and do it while you're on the clock at work in the office. You know, this is gonna be perfect for you to kind of just one click and you can just farm for 30 minutes. And it's all gonna go to your bank. It's not gonna stop doing what it's doing. You're good to go. Then we've got the second choice here. We've got Barbarian Gathering. Grants you the Knapsack, which stores up to 3 different types of gathered items: wood, fish, metallic ore, and coal. It can be placed in the knapsack, which has a total maximum capacity of 140. It is a toggleable effect. To dispose option will ask what to destroy, so if you have items in there that you're like, get rid of it, I don't want it, you can do that. The knapsack can be retrieved from the League's tutor. As with all League's items, you become capable of chopping wood, mining rocks, and fishing with your bare hands, without requiring the tools or bait. Your hands will act as the equivalent to the crystal version of their respective tools where those exist. Whenever you gain fishing, woodcutting, or mining XP while gathering, you will also receive an additional 10% XP in both strength and agility. On failing to mine a rock, catch a fish, or chop a tree, you will have a separate 50% chance to succeed instead. So this is the one for you if you want to play Minecraft. You're going to punch everything with your hands, and you're going to get your resources. You want to go chop some woods, you go punch them up. You want to mine some rocks, you go punch them up. You want to catch some fish, you go punch them up. Might be the one I'm kind of leaning towards myself. And third, we've got the Abundance Relic. All non-combat skills are permanently boosted by 10. That's pretty cool. I like that. Every time you receive an XP drop, gain an additional 2 XP in the same skill. This is affected by the League passive XP multiplier. For every XP gained, gain 2 times as many coins. These can either go into your bank directly or in your inventory if there is room, which can be toggled above. Alright, coming over here to Tier 2. Your League's XP multiplier is going from 5x to 8x. Our first perk that we've got Hotfoot. Upon choosing this relic, you will receive the Searing Boots. While the Searing Boots are worn, you gain the following benefits. We've seen this previously, such as with things like the Sage's Greaves. Agility experience is gained based on your agility level while you run. But then this is new. Caught fish are automatically cooked. Mined ore is automatically smelted. So it's a kind of a combination of the Sage's Greaves as well as bringing in perks of like the Infernal Pickaxe and the Infernal Harpoon. Additionally, regardless of your footwear, picking up termites or marks of grace from an agility course will automatically complete the lap, granting you completion XP and 10,000 coins. Marks of grace will always have a 33% chance to spawn on all rooftop courses. Completing a course grants 2 completion count and 25% bonus XP. 100% success rate on all actions for agility and cooking. You will receive 10 times termites from the Colossal Worm agility course. You will receive 10 times crystal shards from the Prifendas. The next one, and this is a personal favorite of mine, Friendly Forager returns. Upon choosing this relic, you will receive the Forager's Pouch. While the Forager's Pouch is worn or in your inventory, you gain the following benefits. When you gather resources from woodcutting, fishing, mining, hunter, the pouch will automatically find and store a random grimy herb. This herb is limited to any which your herb lore level plus 25 can clean. This action also provides a small amount of herb lore experience. The pouch will only find herbs if it has room to store them, but will always attempt to give you an herb you can receive. This pouch also functions as a silk-lined herb sack. Additionally, you also gain the following perks for Herblord. All items are processed at once. Secondary ingredients have a 90% chance not to be consumed. This also stacks additively with other resources. And potions you create will be 4 doses instead of 3. And then coming down here to our final choice, we've got Woodsman. You have toggleable effects for hunter traps harvest directly to your bank, and logs chopped will be automatically burned. Passive effects. All items are processed at once while fletching. Stackable fletching items are capped at 10 times the regular amount per action. Chopped logs are automatically burned while wood cutting, granting full fire-making XP. This effect can be toggled on or off. 100% success rate on all hunter actions. Hunter traps attracts animals faster, give double the loot and XP. Hunter traps always drop a random herb seed or tree seed when harvested. Hunter rumors give double XP, and hunters' loot sacks will always award twice as much loot. All loot from jarred implings will be doubled and noted. Additionally, they will no longer break upon opening, and all Quetzal whistles will not lose charges. Personally, I'm really leaning towards Friendly Forager just because the Herblord's kind of a pain to train, so I like that one a lot. I love that one a lot. Woodsman is also good, coming down to Tier 3. Combat experience, including hit points and prayer, will be multiplied by 1.5x. This is multiplicative with other experience modifiers. So when we get all the way up to our highest XP multiplier, that's still multiplied by 1.5x. So currently we would be sitting at an 8x XP rate. Just kidding, it would actually be 12 because we get that extra 50% boost in there. The bigger and badder Slayer perk gets unlocked for free, so that allows us to get superiors. Slayer reward points are 5x from tasks and are not required to complete 5 tasks before earning points. Superior Slayer monsters will also appear at a rate of 1 in 50. Our first relic in this tier, we've got the Banker's Briefcase from the Relic Bank Heist. The briefcase allows you to teleport to any bank chest, or deposit box. The briefcase ignores wilderness teleport restrictions, so if you're in tier, level 50 wilderness, guess what? You can still use it. The briefcase cannot be used to teleport to an area you have not unlocked. Coming down here, we've got the Evil Eye relic. It grants the Evil Eye. The eye will allow you to teleport to the entrance of any boss or raid in the combat achievements list. Barrels will have the option to go to the chest or to the surface. You can teleport to each moon from the Perils of Moon individually. The eye ignores wilderness teleports. And last, and probably least, you have the map of Alacrity. This map allows you to teleport to agility shortcuts. You'll be sent to the less favorable side of the shortcut, or the starting side of it if it's a one-way. Teleports can only be used if you meet all of the requirements to reach the shortcut's location. Shortcuts retain all of their typical requirements. The map ignores wilderness teleport restrictions. Coming down to Tier 4, our items from eligible sources will be boosted to 5 times as common. And our minigame points are going to be boosted to 8x. So that means if you're going to, pest control and you're hopping on the veteran boat, which normally gives you 5 points per game, unboosted, you get 40 points for one single game. Coming down here into the Tier 4 relics, we've got Transmutation. Upon unlocking this, you will receive the Transmutation Ledger. Active effects. The high alchemy and low alchemy spells will transform into 2 new spells. Alchemic Divergence, which upgrades up to 10 of a resource into a higher tier, and Alchemic Convergence, which downgrades up to 10 of a resource into a lower tier. Both spells cost 1 nature and have no level requirement, and they give 10 magic XP for each item transmuted before the multipliers. The Transmutation Ledger can be equipped and acts as an infinite source of nature runes. When cast upon a noted item, these spells will automatically recast over time as long as the items are available in the same slot in your inventory. So it works the same way that Golden God did. If you have a stack of items and you use it on it, it'll keep going, as long as you don't move the item. You can still cast alchemy spells via the toggle above, or by configuring the spells in your spellbook. Alchemy spells will not automatically recast. And then we've got Conniving Clues, which is a staple of the League series. When opening a reward casket, you have a 1 in 3 chance to receive clue contracts, which can be consumed to teleport you to your current clue step. The higher the tier of the clue scroll, the more clue or contracts you have the chance to receive. Caskets have a 1 in 4 chance to contain a clue scroll box of the same tier. Clues from creatures and impling jars now have a drop rate of 1 in 15, so you're going to be getting clues out the wazoo. Clue vessels obtained from skilling, such as clue geodes or clue nests, are 10 times more likely to drop. All clues have the lowest possible number of steps and will give the maximum amount of reward rolls. Emote and fallow clue steps no longer have item requirements. And last, and certainly not least, we've got the Butler's Bell. Upon choosing this relic, you will receive the Butler's Bell. When the bell is rung, a demon butler will be summoned to work for you. The butler's work will continue even if you are offline. The butler can gather the following resources for you. If it's set to mining ores, it'll get you 8 ores per minute. Or you can do catching fish, which will net you 14 per minute. Chopping logs, you'll get 10 per minute. Picking flax, you will get 50 per minute. And farming herbs, you will get 10 per minute. Additionally, the butler can also process these gathered items for you, but at half the rates listed above. So it can turn ores into bars, raw fish into cooked, logs into planks, flax into bowstrings, and herb into unfinished potions. When the Demon Butler processes resources for you, he will share a 10 XP before the multipliers with you, and in the relevant production skill per resource. Coming down here to tier 5, League's XP multiplier is increased from 8 times to 12 times. So that would mean that our combat skills with our 1.5x would now be 18 times XP. Coming in first, we've got Nature's Accord. It grants you the Fairy Mushroom, which is an item that can be used to teleport to any fairy ring, spirit tree, or to a leprechaun. We have some active effects from this. Farming patches and plants no longer have any level requirements to harvest, plant, or make. So you could have level 1 farming and you can go plant some redwood trees if you want to. Additionally, you gain the following perks to farming. You will receive 10 times yield from all farming patches, and they will be automatically noted. XP is granted for all additional resources gathered. Your plants never die, and you have a 20% chance not to use a seed or sapling when planting crops in patches. Coming down here to our second choice, we've got Larcenist. We've got, you will gain the following benefits while thieving. You have a 100% success rate on all actions. You will automatically re-pickpocket NPCs. You will automatically re-steal from stalls. Items obtained from pickpocketing and stalls are noted. Stalls never deplete, and guards will never catch you thieving from them. The amount of coin pouches you can carry is increased by 10x. Additionally, while thieving, loot is increased by 10 times for the following: pickpocketing, including clue scrolls, stealing from stalls, and stealing house valuables in Varlamore. So this is coming down here for our final relic of this tier. We have Soul Harvest. You have the toggleable effect. All dropped bones and ashes will be turned into soul shards. Active effects. While harvesting any farming crop, or when NPCs would drop bones or ashes, you will instead receive stackable soul shards. Soul shards can be used for the following. They can be used in place of pure essence while training rune crafting, and 100 of them can be sacrificed at the libation bowl at the Tiamat for 550 prayer XP before League multipliers without requiring libation wine. You will receive 1 shard per 4 XP gained while harvesting your crops. You will receive more shards for higher tier bones and ashes, roughly equivalent to the total bone shard equivalent for that tier of item. So higher tier bones give you more shards, or higher tier ashes, more shards. Coming down here to tier 6, we don't have any changes to our passive effects for this tier. Coming in for the first relic, we have the Return of Grimoire. This grants you the Arcane Grimoire, which can be used to freely swap between spellbooks at any time. The Grimoire also acts as a Book of the Dead for Arceus spells. Additionally, when you select this relic, you will unlock access to all prayers and spells regardless of area, quest, or diary requirements. Then we've got Eternal Sustenance, which is the return of the corrupted shark from last league, but slightly different. Instead of just giving you a shark that can be eaten infinitely, you have all food is no longer consumed when eating. And third, of course, we have the return of Culling Spree. Players may choose their Slayer task from a list of 3 choices with at least 1 boss task if possible. Task kill count is selectable for all tasks anywhere between 5 and 200. Superior Slayer monsters will have a 50% chance of spawning on the death of another superior creature. Superior monsters will always drop between 1 and 3 elite clue scrolls. All effects of the Slayer helmet imbued are gained without needing to wear one. All Slayer reward shop perks are free. The Rune Pouch, Herb Sack, and Looting Bag are purchasable for free from the Slayer reward store. Coming down here to tier 7, your League's XP multiplier is increased from 12x to 16x. And that means with our 1.5x combat XP, that means we are now getting 24 times XP. Crazy. Alright, our first perk is called Flow State. The following all occur at a rate of 2 ticks, which is 1.2 seconds. Mining, woodcutting, fishing, cooking, fire making any logs or adding to a bonfire, offering bones at a prayer altar, fletching, smelting, crafting, farming, and magic. They all occur at 2 ticks. Minigame interactions are included in this as well. Winter Toad, Temperos, stealing valuables, and this effect stacks with Fletching Knife and Diabolic Worms. They give us this other option of Reloaded. Allows you to choose another relic from any tier below this one. And then that brings us to tier 8. We have no changes to our passive effects, but our first relic is the Executioner. This gives you the Sage's Axe. It is a thrown-ranged weapon which can be used to execute targets below 20% hit points. It has an attack range of 6 tiles, and the axe's damage respects any ranged damage reduction effects and immunities the target has. However, the axe will not work against Yama. Throwing the axe does not consume it, but the primary hit does trigger regeneration effects from demonic pacts. Execute damage can hit additional targets with demonic pacts, and this perk will also work inside the gauntlet. Our second perk, we've got Minion. Grants the minion whistle. The whistle will allow you to summon a powerful minion, which lasts for 30 minutes. Basically a thrall. While in a multi-combat area, it will auto-cast an AoE attack if the target is weakest to range or magic. The minion stats are as follows: a minimum hit of 3, a maximum hit of 10, 3-tick attack speed, and accuracy of 45,000. So it's pretty much guaranteed it's always going to hit. The whistle can consume up to 5 unique equipable Zamorak items by using them on the whistle, increasing your minion's max hit by 2 per unique item. So you can increase the max hit from 10 all the way up to 20. The minion will try to automatically loot items from creatures you kill, including fired ranged ammo. A minimum value threshold can be set, and whether or not these items should be noted is configurable on the whistle. The minion will deal damage to targets that are immune to thralls. So even if they're immune to thralls, it doesn't matter. Your minion can hit them. The minion will not fight in PvP and will not fight against Yama. And last, we have the Flask of Fervor. When the flask is consumed, your hit points will be restored to full. Your prayer points will be restored to full. Your special attack energy will be restored to full. Over the next 4 ticks, the sigil will trigger 3 explosions which deal 60% of your base prayer level, 30% in PvP, to all enemies within 3 tiles of you as typeless damage. Reduces all damage you take to 0. It will not deal damage to Yama, but this perk will work in the gauntlet. This item has a base cooldown of 3 minutes, but for every 10 damage you deal in a single hit, reduce the cooldown by 0.6 seconds, so 1 tick. Let me know what you think. What are some of your favorite perks? What kind of build are you planning on doing? Let me know down in the comments below. That pretty much wraps up everything that we're covering in this video, though, that is related to Leagues 6. Like I said, we will be covering the demonic pacts in another video. I've been recording for 53 minutes already, so this video is going to be a monster, as it is. And I didn't even include the biggest part of this. I didn't include all of this. This is another 30 minutes worth of stuff that we're going to have to go over. So, thank you for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you're planning. Let me know what you're thinking maybe for your demonic packs. Let me know what you're thinking for your relics. Let me know what relics you think are some shining stars, and which ones are kind of falling flat on their face and a little bit of a dud. But hit that subscribe button. And if you want to catch us live for all of the League 6 content, head on over to twitch.tv/TheLoneFedris. Join me there. Come say hi. And let's kick it. Play some fantastic League 6.